So second year, now 13-3, winning the national championship in this second season. And we are just on a roll. 25-5 so far as the head coach of App State. So now it's just some of the saddest parts of the season, seeing our seniors leave. Nick Hampton, though, moving on to the pro draft. He's projected to go into the 5th round in the draft. Shocking to see Cameron Peoples is not projected to be drafted at all. I mean, I feel like he had some solid years for us, but that would be sad. Bucky Williams is graduating. We all knew he wasn't being drafted from the amount of sacks that he would allow. Cooper Hodges, our right tackle, is leaving. Brady McBride is leaving. Isaiah Helms. DJ Van Hook, corner, had a couple good plays in there, but really didn't start much. Nick Ross, big player for us. He's leaving as well. Hansky Palient, 81 overall. He's done. Miller Gibbs, finally, hopefully we can get a tight end that catches the ball more often. Damian Daly, our left guard, is leaving. Andrew Parker, just fantastic player overall. Surprised he's not getting a shot in the NFL, but he is also graduating. Anderson Hardy, the only 90 overall we had in school history, he's leaving. And Jordan Earl really came on strong towards the second half of this season and ended up tying the record for sacks in a season for our school. He's going also to graduate. Well, luckily, nobody leaving for playtime, so that's good. Draft results, we see Nick Hampton did get drafted into the 5th round, so congrats to him. So now it's time for recruiting, and we're in a recruiting battle with pretty much all these guys. So looking at the recruiting, we're in a tough battle here with Matt Smith. We definitely want this guy. 89 speed, he's got a great quarterback stats, he's got great elusiveness, he can play running back, he could play corner, he could play receiver, he can really do everything and anything on the field. He's a 5-star prospect. He'd be the first one in school history. We're going to try to lay 6,000 into him. We luckily were able to upgrade enough to get the full 15,000 points for the offseason, so we can put more on him than we would have if we weren't able to level up. I'm hoping it's enough. I mean, we're only 400 behind, so they'd have to put in quite a lot of points in the offseason, but I imagine they're going to send points. I feel like I might want to try to add more points to him, so I might just take more points off Chris Harris. I'm thinking about it. Jesse Billings is another player that we really want. 93 speed, 89 man, and 81 zone to start as a freshman corner. 4-star corner, 5'10", 86 play rec. This guy's a beast. So we're putting 4,000 on him. We're already in the lead by 800. That would be a ton of points they'd have to do to pass us. So hopefully we get him. Brian Gray. This guy, 93 speed, could be a quarterback, but also looks great as a running back. I'm really feeling like this man's a running back. But like the 80 release, 73 route running, I mean, this guy could be a great receiver too. The problem is he only has 62 catching. And then Chris Harris, the D end, he's got great stats. I mean, great stats for a defensive end, being a 4-star prospect. I'd love to have him, but I don't know if I want him more than the top 3 guys on this list. So maybe we'll drop him down to like 600 points. Maybe we'll just do slightly above. Yeah, we'll do like 570 just so we can add another 400 onto Matt Smith. That means they'll have to throw in over 6,000 on this guy to get him. We'll give that a shot. Some of these guys down here we don't super care about. We're just adding some points just for the off chance that we get a steal on them. But really these 3 are the ones that we definitely want. It's always super nerve-wracking hitting that sim button to see what the results are and see who signs with who. Tons of names being thrown about down there. And we lost Brian Gray. Wow, they put a ton of points into Brian Gray. But we did get the corner, Jesse Billings. We did not get Chris Harris. We got Matt Smith. Super excited about Matt Smith. And we ended up getting Clinton Henry as well. We signed the first ever 5-star prospect in school history and a top 25 class. Our class ended up being the 19th ranked class. Brian Gray, we lost by 18,000 points. How many points they put on that man? We put 4,000 points on him. 1 on Clinton Henry by a lot. Dominic Kelly, we lost by a decent amount. Weren't really trying. Matt Smith, we actually won by almost 4,000 points, so we definitely could have put less on him. And Jesse Billings, we won by a lot. Didn't win at all on Chris Harris. I mean, 2,200 back. There's no way I was putting that much on him. Same with Cedric Myers. They put a ton on him. Time to look and see some of the position changes that we can do for the team. We're going to go look at our athlete positions first. Matt Smith, for sure. It's got to be the quarterback. He is a 79 quarterback. He's also a 79 running back, but we're definitely putting him at quarterback. It's going to be super fun. Joel Dowdle, if I remember correctly, he's got the 91 speed. He's got good coverage stats, 77 play rec, 77 man, 78 zone. Press is a 74. Tackling's a 57, so a little low for tackling. So seemingly corner at 6'3", which is pretty nice. Throw power and accuracy are serviceable, but running stats aren't super great. So it looks like this guy's probably going to be a corner. And it's 6'3", that's great height too for a corner. Then this guy over here at 6'7", this guy's a beast. 86 speed, 98 excel. 98 excel at 6'7" is ridiculous. But, I mean, an 86 speed for 6'7" is insane. But he's got good tackling at 72. Hit power is 77. Pursuit's an 85. Good play rec. Great catching. Spec catch. Route running is amazing. 92 spin. This guy's probably a tight end or some sort of sub linebacker, I would say. He's a 74 strong safety. 75 free. So apparently he's got to be a safety. Only a 53 at tight end. He's a 79 at wide receiver. I think we're going to put him at safety, and then we might very well run him also at wide receiver, depending on what we have next year. So looking at our quarterback room, what we got Ryan Berger back. That's going to be tough, though, because Ryan Berger v. Matt Smith. I mean, it's going to be a decent upgrade from Ryan Berger's stats over the course of the year, but 89 speed is tough. 89 speed, 91 excel, that's real tough to not start. Got great elusiveness stats. I mean, this guy is going to be something special. And, I mean, his throw accuracy is going to be ridiculous. I mean, even if Ryan Berger's improves, it's probably not going to be better than Matt Smith's. So I feel like we are probably going to end up starting Matt Smith, but we're going to definitely have that as a QB battle, and I really am interested to see what you guys think about who we should start between these two, because Matt Smith looks ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure he can also, he can play running back, so if we need to, we could have Matt Smith as a quarterback and then run him at running back. Just having him in the QB room will help to increase him as a QB if we would need to, but having him as a quarterback would be fantastic. We also ended up signing this Kurt Smith earlier with the 84 speed. He's going to be a nice little backup quarterback. So right now, I mean, we have Nate Noel as our number one running back. He's just a little slow there with 83 speed, so we'll have to see how we like him. Amani Marshall, kind of same boat, and Anderson Castle. Corey Calhoun is that 4-star running back that we got. He has 91 speed. Probably going to end up trying to redshirt him, I would say, this year to see if we can salvage him a little bit longer while these guys kind of play out their junior year turning into seniors, because they're going to be a lot higher overalls, and it just doesn't, I really can't warrant that. Might actually move Amani Marshall to fullback. Going to be a 61 fullback, but we have a lot of running backs, so we have room for that, and we really need a full-time dedicated fullback, because look at our fullback room, that's just atrocious. We're going to end up moving Anderson Castle over as well to fullback, just to kind of clear some more space so that we have a better chance to start some of these other guys, some of these faster running backs, and that'll for sure help our fullback room quite significantly. Wide receiver-wise, have Caden Robinson back as a senior this year. Dalton Stroman is junior, Christian Horn junior, and Deshaun Davis senior. That's pretty much going to round out our 1, 2, 3. And then we end up getting Vince Daniel, the 4-star wide receiver. So he looks like he's going to be pretty solid. Have a 90 speed, 89 excel. We'll have to see what all the route running and different moves are, because he has 78 route running to start, so we want to try to get him on the field as much as we can. Offensive line's going to take a solid hit this year. Jaden Ramsey is our starting left tackle at 76. Jaden Lindsay is 74 for left guard. 78 for our center. Craig McFarland is there. We might be able to move Seth Williams Markel Samuel. Left end, still have Mike Mayhew there as our number 1. Ryan Simmons over at right end is our number 1. And Karen White and Marcus Clark for the D tackles. Can we do anything to move around some D tackle positions? After moving some guys around for D tackle, we're going to have Deshaun McKnight back in the lineup, and DeAndre Dingle Prince will end up being our 2D tackles. Both are 77s to start, so that's a little bit better. Left outside linebacker, right now we have Donovan Spellman. We'll see what we can do about that. He's got 81 speed, though. Middle linebacker, we have Jalen McLeod and Brendan Harrington. And Paul Pittman, the freshman we had last season that we got, he is going to get his first chance to start. He was in that draft class with Mike Mayhew and Ryan Simmons, so we'll see what he's made of. I think we're going to move Caden Sullivan over to left, give him a little bit better chance to start. Then defensive backs now. We're going to have a lot of moving to do here because straight out the gate, Jesse Billings at the number 2 corner spot. I mean, sheesh, 93 speed. Look at that. All these freshmen that we have coming in here, 91 speed, 91 speed, 93 speed. We need these guys in the starting lineup. Ethan Johnson's good, but he's only got 83 speed, which is the problem. Milan Tucker would be an 80 overall free safety or a 79 strong safety. That's good to keep in mind. And we're going to allow Shelton Dennis, that 6'7" guy, we're going to allow him to be the starting strong safety, I think. His 86 speed, 98 excel is going to be a nice little boost. We have Brian Capps in there filling in for the backup behind him. Ronald Clark is back for this season for free safety, but I'm going to move Amari Filia over to free safety. He's got 89 speed, 94 excel, so I really think him as the backup for Ronald Clark this year and then coming in to be the starter next year. I mean, with his quick speed, as long as he can improve in his tackling ability, he's already got 70, so he could be a pretty great safety for us. And then that'll free up a little bit more for some of these other guys to start in their spot. Kicker Michael Hughes is back, and Ryan Johnson is back at the punter spot. Immediately looking at this, I am super happy. Look at this. Caden Robinson up to a 92. Ryan Berger went up 5 overalls. Oh, he went up 5 overalls. He's an 87 now. Awareness went up a good amount. Elusiveness, not too much. Nothing really changed there. But he's got, only 83 throw power and 82 throw accuracy. So he is not technically better of a quarterback than Matt Smith. So that's going to be tough. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think, because Ryan Berger balled out last year. But is this freshman going to ball out even more? Looks like Nate Noel took a huge jump up too as a junior. He's at 89 overall. Speed still just horrendously slow, but he got his excel up to a 96. Fullback, there we go. We got a couple overalls of an increase. But yeah, look at the speed too from these guys. +2 speed from Christian Horn and Deshaun Davis. 94 speed and 95 speed. That's crazy. That's awesome to see there. Even Caden Robinson getting up to 89 speed. Tim Cox last year, the true freshman, went up 5 overall, so I'm proud of him as well. Catching up to a 97 for Caden Robinson. That's a lot. I didn't realize his catching was that high. Catching traffic hit an 80 for him. Route running up to a 78. So still that freshman wide receiver we have, the true freshman, is going to have 78 route running. It's going to be the same as Caden Robinson, who's the best on our team. Tight end Eli Wilson took a nice little jump up there to an 84. Jaden Ramsey jumps to a 79 for left tackle. Also a 79 for Seth Williams. +6 for Troy Everett to go to an 84, so that's good. +5 to an 80 for Craig McFarland, and +5 for Markel Samuel to an 83. Mike Mayhew goes up +5 to an 83 overall. He's got 76 speed now. See what his stats are for all this. 87 finesse and 84 power moves. 81 tackling. He's got 92 block shed. That's really, really nice. 84 play rec. Ryan Simmons goes to an 81 overall. So they're both increasing pretty good. 77 speed for Ryan now. Up to 87 tackling, 86 hit power. And he's got 85 power and 71 finesse. Who is this guy down here? 92 hit power, 90 power, and 83 finesse for Marcus Clark. D tackle, that's a good increase for all of them. Deshaun McKnight +5, Dingle Prince +5, and Karen White +6. 380s over there. That's fantastic. Donovan Spellman and Kyle Arnold both go up +4 to a 78. We also have a 77 over here. So this could be a 3-way position battle for outside linebacker. Kind of interested to see what their coverage stats improve to be. All about similar, with Caden Sullivan being slightly better than the rest. +5 overall for Brendan Harrington. He did have a killer season too. He's up to an 88, and Jalen McLeod up to an 87 now. Great acceleration for these guys. That's going to be really, really nice. Block sheds an 84 and an 85. Play rec is good up to the high 80s, and Brendan Harrington has 90 zone coverage and 80 man coverage, so that's getting a lot better too. Right outside linebacker Paul Pittman up to an 81 overall with 81 speed, so we're very excited for him to see how he goes as his first time playing. He's going to have a nice 87 tackling, 84 block shed, and okay coverage stats. Corners, looks like Ethan Johnson went up +5 and Milan Tucker went up +4 to an 80 overall. They go up +1 speed each, but they're still pretty slow. Awareness is 99 for both of them, which is crazy. They look like their catching's in the high 60s, which isn't fantastic. Jumping's not great either. Pursuit, though, up to a 94 for Ethan Johnson, which is really, really nice. Play rec an 89 for Milan Tucker. Man and zone coverage both hits the 90 threshold for Ethan Johnson, which is fantastic, and both hits the 80 threshold for Milan Tucker. 91 press for Ethan Johnson. That's really nice too. Free safety +5 overalls for Ronald Clark. Same for +5 with Amari Filia and his speed. He's up to 90 speed, 95 excel. But Ronald Clark's up to 99 awareness, which is really, really good, especially for a safety. Catching's at 66 for both of them. Jumping's not fantastic for either. Tackling ability, basically just both went up +2, but 92 pursuit for Ronald Clark. You wouldn't think that, but he has it. And he has 80 block shedding as well. Play rec's an 87 now for him. Looks like zone coverage is at 80 for both of them. Slightly better coverage stats for Amari Filia just because he played corner all last year. And Jamel Setzer's the only one that improved at all over to at a 74, but he's still not starting anyway. Mike Hughes up to an 85 after a +5 for him, which is real nice. Looking at some of these kicking stats, he's up to 95 kick power, so we should be making some pretty spicy kicks here as a senior. And +5 improvement for Ryan Johnson, the punter, as he's going to end up with 85 kick power as well. Both of our coordinators left during the offseason, so we have a new defensive coordinator, Johnny Nansen. He's a little bit worse than the one that we had last year, but we do end up getting enough upgrades to at least get some boost to our man coverage. An offensive coordinator, we also got a new one, Kirk Siaroka. I'm not sure 100% how to pronounce that one, but he's significantly better than the last one we had. So we have a lot of boosts going in here, helping us with our blocking on the offensive line, since our offensive line is going to be significantly worse this year. That is very, very good. Also have some nice boost to catching, throwing, and a little bit to breaking some tackles. So that is going to end this one. If you guys loved the content, love Season 2, make sure you hit the sub button to let me know that you've been enjoying it so far. And I'll see you guys in Season 3. But until then, why don't you check out some of these videos.